Hello, everybody. I now call the March 4th Parks and Community Events meeting to order. May I have roll call, please?
Commissioner Jimenez,
Here.
Commissioner Herrera, Commissioner Martinez,
I'm present.
Vice Chair Beishu,
Present.
Chair Hyland.
Present.
Please let the record show Commissioner Herrera is absent. He did let staff know.
Thank you so much. Agenda finalization. Are there any changes to the agenda?
We have none, Chair.
Okay. Moving on to public comments. This is the opportunity for members of the public to comment on any items not appearing on the regular agenda. Because of restrictions contained in California law, the Commission may not discuss or act on any item not on the agenda, but we may briefly respond to statements made or ask a question for clarification. The Chair may also request a brief response from staff to questions raised during public comment or may request a matter be agendized for a future meeting. Public comment will be limited to 3 minutes.
Chair, we do not have any members of the general public present.
Okay, moving on to approval of minutes. Approval of the February 4th, 2025 PACE minutes. Any public comments on the minutes?
We do not, Chair.
Any corrections or changes to the minutes needed? None? Okay. Do we have a motion and a second to approve the February 4th, 2025 PACE minutes?
Motion to approve.
I second the motion.
Motion by Vice Chair Beishu, second by Commissioner Martinez. Please vote. And motion carries, all ayes.
All right. Okay, heading on to our agenda. First up, we have our 2025 Spring Events Update for the Parks and Community Events Commission from the very, very busy Ryan Hunt.
Thank you, Chair, Vice Chair, Commissioners. Good to be with you. I am in my work mode. I'm in my clothes. We got some matching shirts going on. I'm going to run over to Taste and Sounds right after this, so I'm going to try to go as fast as I can, but stop me if you have any questions along the way, or if you have anything at the end, we'll have some time there too. So wanted to recap the fall a little bit and then get into a preview. We're already kind of well underway our spring event season, so this will be a deeper kind of part of the process as we've already started some of these events. But wanted to quickly go over some milestones for the amphitheater, recognize some of the popularity that continues to be on the rise there. We were second place to Acrisure Arena in the top 3 community choice awards for best event venue in the Coachella Valley, which is a pretty big deal. So that was the Desert Suns. We appreciate everybody who voted, and the community will be entering that again next year to see if we can get to first place. But really, really good start for the amphitheater in that particular voting. We also really enjoyed our amphitheater experience for our first headline act in that venue for the Hot Air Balloon Festival. That was Emily West opening for Leanne Rhymes. And then new events, both city-sponsored and from special use permit applicants, are on the rise. So we really, really are happy with the number of third-party events we're getting in, especially some of the partnerships that we've been able to make with the Autism Society of Inland Empire as an autism-certified city. It's a really, really good partnership. They've got a Color the Spectrum Autism Arts Festival coming up in April, so hopefully you can join us for that. But really, really good as the amphitheater continues to be on the rise, and I'll kind of highlight that a little bit more deeper into the presentation. But as you can kind of see, I showed this to City Council about a month ago, but just to see the amphitheater events and the growth that we've seen since 2022, which was the first official year of its opening with the AV equipment being installed to where we are now. That's a 71% increase in overall activity, and we've got the amphitheater booked for 20 calendar weeks. As you know, there's 15 calendar weeks in a year. You could argue the weeks of Christmas and a few others are probably just going to be out no matter what. So we're really excited to be moving close to half the year of having programming, at least something happening that week in the amphitheater. So Coachella Valley's Battle in the Desert, which had another record attendance, I believe it was about 1,000 attendees. This is produced by Jesus Gonzalez, an officer with the police department. This event is sanctioned by USA Boxing, encourages law enforcement officers and public safety personnel to compete. It's a USA sanctioned event, as I just mentioned, and a lot of the proceeds generated go to local charities. I know one of those is our Cathedral City Police Department Explorers program for young individuals that are looking to get involved in that particular industry at an early age and learn a little bit more. So we're really excited to continue this, and the Battle in the Desert should be back pending council approval in 2025. Halloween, I know, is a brainchild of our vice chair, Antonia Bechu, and really well endorsed and celebrated and organized by our Parks and Community Events Commission. Really want to thank all of you for really just amplifying the number of events. You know, we come in with a foundational, kind of spread, and then you guys just continue to add layers on top of it. It's really great to see this commission engaged, and we really, really appreciate the support that we get from Parks and Community Events Commission. I'll get to yoga in just a minute, which is another success story for PACE for sure. But this program at Panorama Dog Park, 222 attendees, 30 dogs entered the contest. And then, Vice Chair, how many? We had some dog spectators too this year too.
About the same amount that were just watching.
That's crazy.
I don't know what that was about, but they're for just moral support, I guess.
Dogs watching dogs, yeah, cheering each other on for sure. And I really liked that we did the best look-alike costume this year. I thought that was a nice add. So we're excited. This has really become kind of a cool Halloween weekend, the entire weekend now. Saturday we go to Halloween, Sunday we go to Spooktacular, and it's really become kind of a nice Saturday-Sunday combo, and we'll keep marketing them that way and working with the commission. Spooktacular, as I mentioned, I think this is certainly one of our more popular events for the community, for family members. This is the type of free, perfect kind of culmination of all the cool things that Cathedral City has to offer coming together. 60,000 pieces of candy. We ran out again this year, so we'll hopefully we keep moving that number. I think we were 50,000 a few years ago. We're at 60,000, but I think we got close to being able to survive the event. I think we ran out about 30 minutes and change. But DJ music by Jacob's Way Productions. Meester Zebra has been our food vendor for the last couple of years, supporting our local small businesses, and the kids get to win free bicycles. You can see some of the great costumes. And then this really serves as our national night out kind of replacement. And so with it being too hot when most communities are celebrating National Night Out in the summer, this is our way to kind of really celebrate it in the fall with our police and fire. They have a huge role in making Halloween Spooktacular a success. Palm Springs Pride Parade, as you can see, the two of us are wearing the shirts. I know Vice Chair Bechu was out there for yoga with the shirt as well, with our Pride shirts, but they've been really, really popular. And we have people coming up to me all the time. We need to figure out a way to sell it or figure out a way to get some swag out there related to Pride. But this is a real labor of love. You can see the number of community members involved. The last couple of years we've been able to spot the old gays, our TikTok celebrity stars, who now have a new book. I think Antonio has flagged them down twice for me the last couple of years to be able to get a nice photo and see Cathedral City on this stage. But 125,000 plus attendees. This is a great way, similar to the Palm Springs International Film Festival, to get Cathedral City's name out there in a big way. Some of the photos from the LeAnn Rimes concert, some of my favorites. It was really, really cool to be able to have that type of voice, that type of sound in our amphitheater. I can share the feedback that we received from her team that I shared with council a little bit too, that they really were impressed with not only the amphitheater, the staff that we provided. Sometimes you don't know what you're getting into with a smaller city and community, and they said we held our own in a big way. They were really impressed with the way we handled ourselves. And so that was a real testament to be able to have somebody who's traveled all across the world for gigs and for shows to be able to give us that type of complimentary feedback was certainly unexpected, but certainly appreciated. And so 35,000 plus record attendees, really, really great. The drone light show was back. As you can see the photos, the balloon glow Saturday night coming off of LeAnn Rimes was just really, it was amazing. I think, I had so many people coming up to me saying how hard it was to find parking, which is, a bad thing, I guess, but then when you think about it, it's a really good problem to have because you have so many people there downtown. So that ended up being a nice kind of pat on the back for sure. So really, really excited. And the community, the support that they've had for this event, with it being the 10 years, celebrating a 10th year anniversary was really, really special. Snowfest. Went back down to a little bit lesser, kind of instead of an all-day event, just doing something closer to 4 hours. We got the snow back, though. We got the train rides back. It really didn't miss a beat, even being 4 hours shorter. It still had about 5,000 attendees, still had everybody excited about Santa and Mrs. Claus and the tree. We're stewing on some new kind of decorations we can do to the lighting. $17,000 council provided feedback to my department that they want the facilities budget item to move over to communications and events as part of Snowfest. So Adam and myself will be managing the holiday lights decoration. Kind of all goes hand in hand, and so I think this will be a more seamless process and will allow us to maybe upgrade the lighting on the tree. The tree itself is in great condition, but I think it could use a little bit of juice, so we're going to try to make the lighting a little bit prettier. But we have, I think, the best Santa and Mrs. Claus. We've got great the snow activities. We're going to try to get even more, a little bit more snow this year. But as you can see, our council, and then Peter Doubt was our MC this year for the tree lighting. And then we also introduced a new ugly sweater contest, which was really, really cute and a lot of fun too. So. Palm Springs International Film Festival, we had a family day that was well expanded this year from last year. We saw it as kind of a missed opportunity 2 years ago to make something to really kind of have more synergy between our department and their team from an organization standpoint. It was really, really well attended, and I think they had really good feedback from that particular event. We're going to keep that going each year. You can see some of the face painting and food activities that were there. Uncle D's Smokehouse, the barbecue food truck that is there tonight for Taste and Sounds, was actually there for Family Day too. And so you see all these opportunities, we're able, as we get a bigger database of these vendors, we can recommend and make suggestions as well. So, screenings of 158 films from 71 countries, the most I think that have ever been at Mary Pickford Theater this year, just keeps going up and up. This is why we do this event, to really support our downtown theater, which I'm biased, but I think it's the best one on the Valley, and the feedback we get from festival organizers certainly holds it at a high esteem. So. Yoga in the amphitheater, it just continues to have record attendance each week. I referenced that we had record attendance in 2024. We're already producing record numbers in 2025, including 2 weeks ago, 207 attendees. So kudos to Vice Chair Baishu, the Parks and Community Events Commission, Gary Marshall, our volunteer, former commissioner, really does a great job. And then Adam Chastain, who's kind of stepped in seamlessly. And I heard no hiccups, no issues so far, which is great. So I'll just get out of the way and let Adam keep working his magic, because I think it's been the smoothest it's been. So we really appreciate Nicole and Patty, who are outstanding instructors, and the sky's the limit for this. We're already to halfway of what Sunnylands does each week. This is a program that's been around for just a couple of years, so to have that badge on our chest, we're proud of it, and we're going to keep on going. I know Antonio's ready. Taste and Sounds of Cathedral City, as I mentioned, we have adjusted the time this year, 5:30 to 7:30. Feedback of being out in the sun a little bit too longer. I think that's been a nice mix. We had well over 2,000 attendees, as I'm sure you all are aware, many of you in attendance, which we appreciate, for the Dream Boats, which was great on February 25th. That was a record attendance for the amphitheater, and we're really happy with that. We've got our LGBT Plus Days kickoff here in just a few minutes. If you want to join us over there, it runs all the way through 7:30, so you've got plenty of time, and then a really great lineup to finish out the season. But we're really, really excited, and received feedback from the City Council to enact a fall series to be able to add to that for the next biennial budget. So excited. Stay tuned for more information there. But most of those dates, I think, will end up taking place in November. And then this was just a really, really nice piece that Cindy Yukin did in the Yukin Report about the growth of the amphitheater. She really took my news release and expanded upon it, had some feedback and quotes from council, from Chris Parman, my predecessor, certainly deserves a lot of credit for building the foundation that we're continuing to kind of paint on that canvas and continue to make it better and better. And he's still, as our event organizer for LGBT Plus Days, going out with a bang. Hopefully we'll let him finally retire after that event, but he's been a huge asset and a great cheerleader for what we're doing. I've learned a lot. And so this is just a really great piece, if you have a chance to read it, about the growth of the amphitheater and how many people we're continuing to see in there. Mary Nutter, Collegiate Classic, just got over that. I added some fresh photos of the Parks and Community Events Commission, Antonio Baishu there with Councilmember Rita Lamb and Gary Marshall, and they got food menus from so many local businesses and restaurants. Really just terrific to have that many. I mean, 33,000 people. We got to be there. We got to sell Cathedral City, let people know about it, keep that tax dollars, the spending in our community, which I really appreciate Pace for supporting that. And then the first pitch, Mayor Ross did a great job. She nailed it. I know she was really nervous leading up, but she really did a great job. And you can see their little group photo as they kind of were, kind of lifting her up to make sure she got through it. But she did a terrific job, and we're really, really excited for this event to return in 2026. Cathedral City LGBT Plus Days, which is California's first Pride of the Year, celebrate us with us this weekend. It's once again presented by Agua Caliente Casinos. Misconception is our headliner for Friday and Saturday. That's over at the Mary Pickford Theater. Still limited tickets available, but it is selling fast, so make sure you get your tickets. And then the bed races are really, one of the best events that we have, and one of the most well-known to Cathedral City. So that kicks off with a live performance by Radio Ready at 9:30 a.m. We'll obviously go through the full contestants during during that time in between, and then at the end, once it's all wrapped up, there'll be a tea dance with international house music star DJ Aaron. So we're really, really excited about that. Estimated attendance is at 5,000 and steady. We did have record attendance last year for the bed races, so no pressure. We're counting on everybody to come out and make it even better this year. And then just wanted to kind of show a full lineup that you can kind of see all of what we programmed this year. I think what I'm really proud of this year, is the city took this back over from having a third-party contracted event. This is the first year in a while that we've done it internally. We've been able to get participation and sponsorships from The Roost, from 111 Bar, from, all these LGBTQ plus owned businesses that we have here in Cathedral City, being able to celebrate everything that we've got going on for the weekend with Nest Fest going on over at The Roost. And so we've all just decided, let's synergize, let's get all of our activities together, let's really make this one robust weekend that celebrates not just our community and our vibrant LGBTQ plus community, but also our small businesses that support them as well. So we're really, really excited. CCPC, also wanted to mention, is doing the pool party this year. So really, really excited. So we've got a lot of activity for everybody to be able to enjoy. And with that, I'll open it up to any questions and discussion that you have.
Compliments. You've done a great job. You've taken everything to the next level. The Leanne Rhymes thing with all the chairs, that's another next level with the ticketing, and yeah, all of it is fantastic job.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Appreciate it.
Last week was something so special to see. That was incredible to see families and people of all ages, and so many people that had been their first time in the amphitheater. It was just so well done and great. You're just making our city look great. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Chair. I appreciate that.
Anybody else? Well, now we know where you're headed next, and
Yes.
we will see you shortly.
Hopefully, I'll see you shortly.
We're all going to go down there after the.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate
see you
it.
there.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ryan.
Woo! Award for most involved presentation. Yes. Okay, moving on. Next, are there any questions from the commission on that? Any public comments on that item?
Chair, we have no public comments.
Okay. This was for discussion only, so there's no formal action required. Moving on to number 2. Agenda item number 2 is presentation on the agreement between the City of Cathedral City and the DRD, Desert Recreation District, for recreation programs and park maintenance services.
Chair, one of the good things, a lot of good things came out of Measure W passing was, one of them was the ability for the city to contract or be part of DRD for not only parks maintenance, which provides a lot of assistance and relief from Deanna's department for years taking care of that, but also the recreational programs that they'd provide. So today we have Barb Adair, the Assistant General Manager, Scott Sear, who is the Public Information Legislative Affairs Officer for the DRD, and they're going to give you a presentation on everything you want to know about this agreement. That I'll compliment that our Assistant City Manager worked with their staff, their attorneys, our attorneys, and also Victor Gomez, who's also in the office or in the audience here, working in the Economic Development Department as well. So
We are excited for this.
Yes.
Welcome, DRD.
all yours.
Thank you. Madam Chair, Mr. Vice Chair, members, it's a pleasure to be here, and something that's I think just to start it off gives us this opportunity to reintroduce ourselves, who DRD is, and what we, the overall accomplish and our goals to, one is to be servants to the communities and do what we are all here to do, and to provide this service to the residents of Cathedral City. So right here, definitely stronger together, and like was introduced, my name is Scott Sear, Public Information Officer, Legislative Affairs. I'm joined by our Assistant General Manager, Barb Adair, and right now, the introduction, Desert Recreation District is California's largest park and recreation district geographically. So when we come on board, you don't only get city representatives, but you actually get California's largest park and recreation district, and 100% of our assets and efforts. We live and breathe by our mission, our values, our vision, and one thing we always say is we do it right: respect, integrity, teamwork, and excellence, and that's how we're going to bring our operations in Cathedral City every single day. Where we are is, we'll give you a little rundown. In 2024, in November, we successfully passed Measure W. That was 73.54% voters' approval, which definitely put a big smile on our face. February 2025, at the concurrent meetings, the DRD Board of Directors and Cathedral City Council approved 2 major agreements allowing DRD future annexation into the city, making a significant milestone. This agreement has proceeded to Riverside Local Agency Formation Commission, also known as LAFCO, in the final annexation process. Now, we're looking at April and June. DRD and Cathedral City will be collaborating to work on seamless transition plan, hosting user group meetings, joint marketing efforts, updating park signage, permits, applications, etc. July, Desert Recreation District assumes its official role as the service provider over park maintenance and recreation programs beginning July 1st, 2025, ensuring high-quality service of Cathedral City residents. Now, the community outreach engagement, how we engage, the Desert Recreation District employs a multifaceted approach to community engagement. At DRD, we have conducted TV interviews, local media outlets to inform the public about the partnership and upcoming programs. Most recently, Desert Recreation District conducted surveys at 2 community special events. This is the Palm Springs International Film Festival and Mary Pickford Theater, as well as the Palm Springs Health and Bike Run. And DRD will be presenting at the Esperanza Park Community Outreach Meeting, conducting surveys and soliciting, getting feedback from the community members and really finding out what they want to see for activities. We've done joint press releases and have been distributed to major media outlets, ensuring broad community awareness. DRD is working closely with your city manager, assistant manager, and the marketing team. Ryan's been absolutely amazing, and his staff on developing joint community surveys that you will see pretty soon. The survey will gather resident input on types of recreation programming they want to see in their city. This is going to ensure that programming aligns with the community needs. We definitely don't want to bring in anything that is not wanted, and make sure everything is tailored to the city. We're not a cookie cutter operation. Each city deserves each attention and its own programming. Desert Recreation District will continue public engagement efforts, including community meetings, DRD booths at city festivals and community events, digital outreach and media partnerships to keep residents informed, involved, and mostly excited. And of course, we've talked about this before, but just to reiterate on this one, there's a lot of benefits for your residents, endless recreation programs and opportunities at the Desert resident rate, Parks and Recreation, available to everyone, regardless of income and ability. Financial assistance is available. That's through our Desert Recreation Foundation, our nonprofit. So everyone is, make sure we take care of them all. Your residents, members, FitPass, that gets them access to all 4 of our community centers across the valley. That's fitness equipment, racquetball courts, weight room, track, gymnasium, even if they want to jump on the treadmills and overlook the Salton Sea at our North Shore Community Center. It's absolutely gorgeous. This will be something that will be available to them. And it's our goal to, once again, provide programming to everyone in the community. We've developed several robust programs, after-school programs, adaptive, therapeutic, LGBTQ+, sports, veterans, outdoor programming, aquatics programming, and including programming for our furry friends, which we all definitely love. And with that, I will thank you for your time, and I'll pass it over to my Assistant General Manager, Ms. Barb Adair.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Well, thank you to Director Corral for preparing the staff report, because I think it leads us right into what the services that we are going to offer. One is the community-based programming, which I could go on forever. We have a wonderful activity guide, and I think that the residents of Cathedral City receive that, and we hope to fill that with many, many, many diverse programs that we're going to serve the residents. So we're going to create diverse, inclusive recreational programs and events for all ages, fostering physical activity and connections, regularly gathering feedback through surveys, and adapt offerings to ensure accessibility. It's perfect timing because we piggyback what Ryan's doing, and we don't want to duplicate any programs. I mean, you have very high-level special events that are known just citywide but regionally, and nationally, probably, with Leanne Rhymes. We can't compete with that. So we will work really closely with Ryan, and we're working on a marketing plan jointly with him. So that's something that's really important that we've been doing for the last few years. Secondly, I think it's really important is that we've been working with the city team. One of the landscape, as the director included in here, part of the agreement is going to be programming and then the landscape maintenance for the city. So we're going to be focusing on six of the parks. Patriot Park is only really going to have the trash cans and picnic table cleanup and everything, and then the city's under contract with Field of Dreams to do the tree trimming and the landscaping there. But the rest of the parks that has all the amenities that I could list, but I'm sure you're familiar with all of them, we will be focusing on recreation programs, what we can with all the amenities there, like programming with Pee-wee pickleball, Pee-wee tennis, everything that's have the amenities in the parks. And then we will have the landscape maintenance, the annual contract at those parks, and we'll be doing everything that we have, what's our service level of service standards, so we do it daily, weekly, monthly, and we'll make sure that we're in contact with the city and everything's done on to our level of standards. And the other exciting program that we offer with two other of our jurisdictional partners is a park attendance program. And so we have our park attendants that they go out and they offer safety to the park visitors. They monitor the activities. We are also going to be handling the reservations for all the field reservations and the user groups. So very soon, Scott mentioned in one of his slides that we have met with all of the city team. We work very well together over the last 10, 11 years. I believe the city manager mentioned this. It's been in progression. We're going to be starting our transition plan, so there's not just a hard stop date from Cathedral City team and then a start date for us. So we're working on a transition plan. We're going to be having user group meetings with all of the field users, predominantly the AYSO and then the football teams and everybody that wants to book the pavilions. We're going to make sure that we integrate all of your existing software programs. If you have one or not, we're going to be incorporating into DRD's software programs. We're going to make sure that we come back to City Council and get approved DRD fees. And then we're going to make sure, when we were at council the last time, they wanted to make sure that we had all of the approved signage, especially at the dog parks. They asked me if what was the level of service standards there. At our parks, we operate 5 days a week, and we clean the dog parks and we close it down because of the safety. So we'll make sure that we have the signage, and we'll work with the city team to make sure that's approved. So that's the park attendant program. They go out and they do surveys regularly, saying, are you safe in the city park? Do you like these programs? They'll make sure they'll ensure compliance, that people have the right permits and that people are working cooperatively and they're not fighting for a field space, because, soccer is, everybody wants soccer space. So, and then the fourth joint service that we're working together is what I mentioned before, is a marketing and outreach efforts. So we're going to work really closely with the city team, and we already have a great relationship with Ryan and his team to make sure that we have all the social media outlets covered, that we're working with all of your residents, doing surveys. We just did we just listed those two recent ones with the Palm Springs International Film Festival, and then the closest other one was the Palm Springs Wellness Race and Bike Ride. So we are constantly, that's DRD's core services, collecting surveys and making sure that we're doing what your residents want and the needs. So that's something that we're really committed to doing. Next slide. Oh, will you click it? Oh, sorry. We should have brought water. So again, these are the parks that we are focusing on. You have many other ones, but we'll be working in to be able to program into those. But like I said, all the amenities that come with these, we will leave the amphitheater to Ryan's signature events. However, we are still going to be able to work with programming with him, and then we'll work on some of these programmings, like the Century Park has basketball courts, tennis courts. We'll work on programming at those sites. How do you click that? Thanks. And then again, some of the program objectives, if diving a little bit deeper into the park attendant program, is that because when we approached the city with this, they thought this is a really interesting concept, not just having maintenance, but having park attendants, park ambassadors that are available and then have our logos, and possibly if they want to have joint branding with the city, they're there to patrol, have safety attendants, to monitor activities during any emergencies, support any of the maintenance efforts that are going on, making sure that things are clean and safe for the visitors, and then always have that positive community engagement, fostering the positive relationships, interactions between Desert Recreation District staff, the city staff, and then with our other partners that we have, we always work with their city police and their city code enforcement, so we hope to work to have that better interactions with their code enforcement, so that we're making sure that we're capturing great activities and not so great activities, and mitigating anything that comes up. Whoops, so did I click it or it went backwards? Yet again, same thing, I won't read it line for line. This is similar to what we're asking for the Park Patrol and Surveillance to do. This is what we track. We will come back to this commission, and we'll go back to City Council. We'll deliver quarterly reports to let you know what we're doing with our surveys. We collect metrics, and we'll let you know what, how many people we're surveying, what they're saying to you, how we can report, what would you like us to do in your parks, and what information you like us to collect, any vandalism that we may have, how do you like us to deal with it. But we're big on collecting data and metrics and how we can, from the beginning, pre and post surveys, and we'll be able to bring it back to you, and we can deliver reports, and then we can, how we're being successful in this program that you're paying for. So, this. Okay, and the same different thing is that we'll continue doing the diverse and exciting range of programming that we've offered to Cathedral City. We've got a menu of all sorts of programs. We will keep the residents engaged. We're going to focus on the youth right now because that's what we heard, but we will continue to offer for everybody in the family, and we continue to have programming that vibrant lineup of the recreational programs that we heard from all of our other surveys that we've done. We've got a lot of, we've got so many programs. Ryan talked about a snow day. We have a snow day coming up in Big Bear for adaptive and therapeutic folks, so we can integrate all those things through once we do the surveys. We'll continue to expand on anything that's successful, and we will drop a program if people aren't they don't find it entertaining or they're not signing up. Again, we're working with, this is probably our 4th year going into the Cathedral City aquatic program, so that's successful. We're going to try to expand on that. We do have the First Tee program, if you're familiar with the First Tee golf program. So that's at Takowitz Golf Course, but however, that's called a green grass facility. We can take it to any of these parks, and we can work on them in any of our after-school programs. We're already working with Hope Through Housing. There's 2 senior facilities here that we're doing after-school program for, but they would like us to come in and do more senior programming. We'll continue to work with Vic and Jeff from the Senior Center if they'd like us to partner and work with them. I know that with the city, they've offered us to space, because we will have a full-time recreation person here, and that person will be based out of the library if the city's allowing that, so that you'll have your own sort of director of recreation. It's not director, it's a lower level, but that you can go to, or the folks, the residents can go to, and we'll continue to, just operate and continue to operate and deliver all the programs that are required or meet the need of your community. So we're so thrilled and happy that this long road has finally come to, ready to activate, and with all these agreements, and I know Director Corella is an expert in the finance part of it. However, I'll answer any questions, and we're ready to go in April. We're ready to start July, but we're ready to start the user group meetings and everything in April, so we're not just, there's not that gap that, because we're getting all sorts of questions right now. Who's handling it in Cathedral City? Who's not handling it in DRD? So we don't want to lose anybody. So we're ready to work together and start these user group meetings and become your recreation service provider. So that concludes our,
I loved hearing about all the layers, like the fact that you could add adaptive programming to a snow day that we're already doing. Like I remember you telling me previously that archery was one of your most popular
Yes.
classes, something I wouldn't even think to offer. So I love seeing that you
Yeah.
guys have even better ideas and do all the polling so that we can collaborate. Questions?
No questions to comment that this commission's been working with you guys with the summer swim program, and I'm glad that all this is being expanded, so welcome to Cathedral City.
oh, thank you
so
very
much.
much. We appreciate that.
Any questions?
No, just wish you the best of luck and a lot of success, because I came on the commission when Measure K, a few months before then, it was defeated, and we sat through those long meetings about this sales tax increase, and so it's nice to see that it's actually come to formation.
Our residents deserve this level of programming, and we're excited that we'll be able to provide that for them.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for the invitation, and we'll happy to come back anytime you want reports from
Yeah.
us.
And I'm your liaison, so you'll be sick of me.
And,
I got your number, Eric.
And Commissioner Jimenez.
Yes, so you'll be hearing lots from us.
Thank you so
We're
much.
excited.
The thing is, we're always here for you, so anytime you need anything, reach out, and we're beyond excited for this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, what a wonderful update. Are there any other questions from the commission? Public comments on this item?
Chair, we have none.
This item was for discussion. There is no formal action required. Woo-hoo. Moving on to agenda item number 3. Approval of the Parks and Community Events Commission support of our second mobile spay and neuter clinic in April of 2025.
Right, start, okay. Commissioner Highland and I would like to have an agenda item tonight for a mobile spay and neuter event at the public library in Cathedral City on Date Palm. The date has been confirmed by the shelter and the library to be April 23rd, 8 to 4. The shelter will make the announcement that will read for Cathedral City residents only, sponsored by Parks and Community Events Commission and of Cathedral City and Supervisor Manny Perez. We are hoping with the vote tonight that we can be entering a 50-50 cost split with Manny Perez's office, Supervisor Perez's office. Cathedral City would charge half the Board of Supervisors rate, which is $3,000, so, and we're going to have 2 proposed clinics. The first one will be the spay and neuter one that's going to be at the library. That will be for 30 dogs or cats, and that will cost us $1,500. We will be billed the rate, the county rate, at half. The other one will be $1,500 for the large dogs. The operations will be at the Animal Campus in Thousand Palms. That will be another thing they'll say, Cathedral City Parks and Community Events Commission, also sponsored by payment by Supervisor Manny Perez. So far, I think, I know that Palm Desert's done it and La Quinta's done it, so they're just kind of getting this started, so this is sort of a new thing, but we're paying, last October, we paid $3,000 to get, we ended up getting 21 dogs, but the potential was 30 dogs. But in this situation, we're going to get a 2-for-1 situation. So yeah, I can go through all of the details of the pounds and weights, same as last time. Would you like me to do that?
Whatever you like.
Okay, well, okay, the dogs have to be 20 pounds and under for the mobile clinic bus. The check-in is at 8 o'clock, and the cutoff is at 8:30. Chair Highland and I will arrange for about 5 foster care dogs to be brought in for the cutoff, just to be a standby, just in case people don't show up again, so we can have them just be there on standby. And there's no guarantee that they're going to have a surgery, but that we can try to get as close to 30 as possible. This is basically the same event we did last year with a second event for them to have larger dogs done at the shelter through a sign-up on their registration on their website. So that is it for my site.
We even had people asking us about when the next clinic would be today at yoga. So they were saying, when are we doing another spay and neuter clinic? So we are grateful to see that our residents are appreciative and recognizing the need for this, and especially the timing of this is important. We want to get as many animals spayed and neutered before the opening of our second dog park, so that we are turning off the stream of animals that end up in our shelter by making sure that the animals in Cathedral City are spayed and neutered so that they can enjoy the dog park, especially opening in Esperanza Park.
I'll read the last line that I have on here. So Chair Hyland and I would like to do anything we can to stop the overpopulation of animals in our city and in our Coachella Valley.
That is correct. And in case anyone was wondering, the current euthanasia rate is about 40% of the animals that enter the shelter.
We have one of the highest rates in the country. It is horrible, and we have to do something about it. I'd like our commission to be part of the solution.
Any questions on the agenda item from the commission? Any public comments on this item?
Chair, we have none.
We need a motion and a second to approve. I will move.
Before, one comment, just so we're all aware, they did a great staff report here in our budget. So if we approve it, and I support what you're doing, just so we're all on the same page, we would only have $500 left for the year.
Yeah, the fiscal year starts in June,
Yes, so
But I don't know if you know,
July
but
1st.
July 1st.
we have the candy and, or the popcorn and, water for the summer movies is going to be paid for by a third party. And I did leave $500 in case Commissioner Herrera wanted to do the water for his event again. But on the next agenda item, it's all free, and that's where we're going to start going to
Yes.
in the next going forward as a commission.
Yes.
So this would be probably the last time we'd be paying for something like this.
right. And we're already 3/4 of the year over, so.
Correct. So we wanted to make sure we left nothing on the table, and we felt that this event is a great need and a cause. And with DRD coming on, we are not going to be lacking in programming. Any other questions or comments? I move to approve. We need a second.
I second.
We have a motion by Chair Hyland and a second by Commissioner Martinez. Please vote.
Yeah, live muted.
Commissioner Martinez, did you lose the vote screen? Is it stuck?
I have the vote screen in front of me, it's just blank, it says it's
Okay,
blank.
we were having some network issues, so if you could just verbalize your vote for me,
Yes.
that's a vote of aye, and motion carries, all ayes.
So Chair, in recap, this is a motion and a recommendation to go to City Council for the budget itself, not the event. The event you've basically approved, but to
The funding.
be able to get the funding, it's going to go City Council. So your liaison staff here will work to get that on the
I don't know if the budget
City
shows.
Council agenda that we can.
Thank you, staff.
I don't know if the budget shows there's an $800 check that was given to us that's sitting there, so that's also, it probably more than $500 that we'll have left.
Yeah, I'm not
For the-
aware of that.
Okay, it's already been, okay.
Let's
just
not,
go through.
we can talk about
We're
that
fine, we're fine.
afterwards. Let's not confuse this because your staff report was pretty clear.
Got it.
Okay?
Okay. Moving on to agenda item number 4, Animal Samaritans booth at the Esperanza Park opening event.
So this is basically just a discussion for us. There'll be a presentation. Hopefully, I have given Tom Snyder from Animal Samaritans all the information on how to present to a presentation for the City Council. So Chair Hyland and I have discussed with Tom Schneider at the Animal Samaritans a partnership for the spay and neuter program, their spay and neuter program, to be part of the opening of Esperanza Park. What they are offering are 50 spay and neuter vouchers for people that live in dream homes in the park that we're going to be opening. So their program starts in May, and I'm pretty sure that we'll probably be opening the park in May, so it's a perfect fit for us. But they would be doing we would be giving the vouchers at the grand opening, and then they would be getting the operations at their Thousand Palms location. They have a $100,000 spay and neuter grant for low-income neighborhoods, and Dream Homes is a perfect fit.
And there's no cost to us. It's 100%
There is
covered.
no cost to the residents, no cost to the city. All the residents have to do is bring proof of ID and, or a gas bill or electric bill that shows that they live in Dream Homes. I provided Animal Samaritans, the city has provided Animal Samaritans with the economic data for Dream Homes, and that has to be approved by their board, and that's why they don't have to bring any bank records. So that's board pending on their side, but I'd like to thank Eric Vercel and Michelle Molina for providing all that information in a really timely manner to get that, to waive that banking thing. I thought that was kind of a hassle for people. So we can go into the details of what they get? Sure. Okay.
Absolutely.
They will get, once a resident gets a voucher, they will get free pre-surgery pain medication for the animal. They'll get free pet spay and neuter surgery. They'll get the medication to take home with them, the post-surgery medication, and they'll take the collar with them too. The ratio that they prefer would be ideally 25 male, 25 female. The most female spaying that they can do would be 30. The weight limit is 25 pounds. Okay, so half the pets, half the animals have to be under 50 pounds, and the other half can be over 50 pounds. There's another way for us to spay and neuter large dogs, which is one of the hardest things to get done because on the mobile thing, they don't have crates for them. So this is another way to do that. The age limit will be over 3 months and under 8 years, and this can be anything we want it to be. Dogs, cats, just dogs. It's whatever we want to do, and I don't really think it matters, just as long as we're getting pets spayed and neutered in that neighborhood. I would like to also just say that this would be our contribution to the grand opening. There will be a booth where people can come up and register and get their voucher from Animal Samaritans, and we would run that part of it, that part of the grand opening.
Are there any
Are there
questions?
any questions?
Any questions from the commission? Great work. I know it's been challenging communicating with both the county and the nonprofits.
It's a lot.
So I applaud your persistence.
Well, I love this one because it's free to the residents and it's free to the city. So that I love. So let's go in this direction, I think.
Are there any further questions from the commission on agenda item number 4? Are there any public comments on this item?
We have none, Chair.
This item is for discussion only, and there is no formal action required.
So, Chair, if I may interrupt you, just so that we're clear on how this is going to work. Because it affects the opening ceremony, we're going to want you to bring this back at your April meeting, formalize it for a vote to support this, because this was a discussion only.
Okay.
As it affects the opening event, and we want to make sure that you're all in support of it so that we can recommend that this be part of the opening event of the park.
Okay.
Okay, so
'Cause
I have
The opening
him,
event of the park is geared more around not only the Parks and Community Events Commission, but the City Council.
I have him agreeing to come to the March 26th City Council meeting. Would that be still okay, or should I
I
move
have
it
to run
back?
that by the city manager, so it may be delayed, and we'll talk, let's table that at this point. We can take this action, and I can discuss that with the city manager.
Sure.
Okay.
But also, it wouldn't, if we hit the April meeting and it happens subsequent, because I'll talk to you in our staff comments about the opening of the park, too.
Okay.
I do enjoy working with this gentleman from Animal Samaritans. He's gotten me everything I've needed within one day, which I think that is a great partner to work with. So I just really think this is going to be amazing for the residents.
So be prepared to use this staff report base and fill in the blanks with a lot more detail on what you specifically want to do on the
day of.
opening day event. Because one of the things on the opening day event is not to detract from the event itself. So, and this enhances what we're doing.
Maybe we could do it later in the day, or I don't know. I don't, whatever you think is
No,
possible.
your recommendation is your recommendation.
Okay.
Sounds like a good idea, but
Sure.
we're not the final say on that.
Sure.
Correct. We understand. There will be pomp and circumstance, and then this portion is for the residents.
Thank you.
On an
Yes.
agenda thing, I would want to write it up as soon as possible for the next meeting. Is that-
Yes.
Okay. All right.
We will add. Got it. Okay. Moving on to staff comments. Esperanza Park opening date update.
No, you're item 4. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
4 then 4.
You're
I know, it's
correct.
confusing.
Okay, Esperanza, no, we already did mobile. Okay, Esperanza Park, the opening, we're having a hard time pinpointing the targeted opening day for a couple critical items. One is basically the thing that operates the park is the switchgear for the electrical cabinet, which actually switches the power on and off at the park. It was a year lead time. The year was up in January, the second week. They told us it was going to be delayed, but now we're getting a notice that it's delayed and it could be even another 5 weeks. With that, that cascades into SCE, who has had the application for a year, would be ready to pull power, but they won't even pull the cable in till that actual physical piece of equipment is there. So staff is working, I know Andres is working to see if they can put a temporary one in and get it energized. There's a lot of options right now. So as far as a fixed date for Esperanza Park, we're trying to get as many details as we can to, get that date fixed. We'd pretty much like not to have it in dead of summer or even in June if possible. We're trying to hurry that along. So, we ask for your patience on setting that date. And then just to let you know that Public Works Maintenance staff, Deanna and her staff, and the engineering staff walked through the park and kind of picked up all the good things, bad things that the contractor needs to do. So we're in earnest getting this thing, working with the contractor to get it finished up and completed.
We definitely want power.
Yeah, and we looked at the fact that do we really need power? But you do, because there's just too many amenities there that rely on that, especially not only the restroom functioning, but the sprinklers is one of the key things. And then obviously the lights, because we know on the first day, people are going to be hanging out at that park till basically 10 o'clock at night, so.
Well, hopefully it's not a 5 a.m. opening party in July. We will hope for the best.
There you go. Another item, and that is, and Christina can hand these out to you. I think I have one of them. The Public Arts Commission and the Chuck Jones Gallery have sponsored a Catalyst of the Future event. This is artwork by Karen and Tony Baroni. You've seen some of their artwork in the desert, the big plate aluminum animals and creatures. You see them on El Paseo, you see them in Rancho Mirage. They're going to put a number of their art pieces in Town Square Park. They're going to be there from March 15th to April 20th. They had a meeting with our engineering department, who is working with them to make sure these things are at least set in place in a safe manner. And so we're just passing this along.
Wonderful.
Do we want to hand out?
We have them.
You do?
We have
All
them.
four? You got one too? All right, very good.
Congratulations to the Public Arts Commission. This is awesome.
They're also in front of the Palm Springs Animal Shelter.
Deanna, do you have any comments?
Yes, I do. All right, the April agenda. Staff reports are due March 11th to me. Right now, I have Halloween, Panorama Park, yoga, possibly Esperanza Dog Park Contest, and Mary Pickford Summer Program. Mary Pickford, Ryan said there is no agreement. He just budgets the item. So you're ready, you can move forward whenever you're ready.
Sure.
Well, and I'll add to that, just be specific. Deanna needs specific dates, times, when this event is, and dollar amounts which you're committing for your budget. And if you have sponsors, put that in there too for whatever you're going to do. Go ahead, Deanna.
Some of these staff reports we've already done a few years in a row, so if you're working on them and you would like me to send you last year's staff report so you can take a look at it, that makes it kind of easy, because then all you have to do is I can send it to you in a Word document and you can just update the data. And as a reminder, most of these, Halloween, yoga, Mary Pickford, they will be all for the next fiscal year's budget.
Right.
So March 11th. Let me know if you need any help or shoot me an email and I'll see what I
I'd like to do yoga in April, not April, in May if that's possible. I'd like to finish the program first before I get going.
Okay. Mary Pickford,
That's fine.
want to do that? And then
Yeah.
Halloween.
I'll do the 2-dog contest and I'll re-agenda what I did tonight.
And then you want to also put on Animal Samaritans again?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
For approval.
Anybody else?
How about the dog event in the new Esperanza Park? Did I
Yeah,
miss
Feliz
that?
Navidad.
I've got it re-agenda.
We said that.
Yeah, we got the 2-dog contest and our re-agenda, the items that the discussion from tonight. And then
Anybody else?
I'll do yoga the following one.
Any other items? No? Okay. All right, thank you very much. That's all I had.
Christina?
I have none.
Okay. Thank you, staff. Thank you very much. Now it's time for commissioners' reports. We'll call on each commissioner to report what they've been doing on their commission and in the community. Would you like to start, Mario?
Yeah, I'm still working with Art Park, so that's all that I have.
Okay. Thank you.
I have nothing to report. It's been a quiet month.
Okay.
Yoga, 207 people showed up. That is a new record. That was an amazing day, and thank you to Dahlia Hayden that came and did a piece on us, and the next week we had 55 more people, so that was kind of cool. Thank you for Hot Lips Coffee for bringing coffee to the students. And the next thing I did was I repainted the Rainbow Crosswalk last Saturday, and that's always a fun thing. That always the kickoff for LGBT days. It's always a cool thing to do. Mary Nutter softball tournament, 33,000 people were there, and we had all the menus from all the restaurants. And I'd like to thank Eric and Victor from the Economic Development Department. They provided us with flyers, and they helped me even set it up this year. Usually they're struggling, but I got it. That was kind of cool that they came to help me. And also thanks to Gary Marshall, Chair Highland, and for Rita Lamb for coming by and hanging out with us. And that is it for me.
It has been absolutely wonderful, and to see us elevating the program every week. And Hot Lips was very grateful to come and connect with a lot of the people. She said she gets stuck in the coffee shop, so she was grateful. We've been sending people over there after. Okay, I've been trying to connect with as many people as possible and get as much input as possible before we go into our DRD programming. Got to attend the Boys and Girls Club Impact Report breakfast. That was phenomenal, seeing all the great work they do over there, seeing if there's a way we can, in the future, possibly incorporate maybe whatever our community center that we built incorporates with the Boys and Girls Club and maybe the senior center, because they are outgrowing their space. And it was awesome to see their new technology lab. Was honored to be part of the Rainbow Crossing painting. It was so nice to see families and people of all ages and children out there, just showing what a beautiful city Cathedral City is. Taste and Sounds has been spectacular, record-setting 2,000 people last week. Like Ryan said, it was phenomenal to see so many residents enjoying themselves. Got to partake in the Wildflower Fest last weekend with over 2,000 people, and got some great ideas for events and partnerships for our city. And got to connect with Scrap Gallery. We love Karen. Attending the town hall with Chief Crum was fantastic for, Vice Chair Bayshue was there as well, to see how quick our city addresses the needs of our residents. And for, a lot of people said they really appreciated seeing some commissioners there, knowing that we are listening to what everybody's residents' concerns are. Got to attend the Greater Coachella Valley Chamber meeting for the city of Cathedral City, and 2 new business openings, which was fantastic, to be able to support these new small businesses coming in and see some economic development. Got to attend the Animal Commission meeting and give our feedback to, that's how some of these partnerships were formed in these agenda items that you heard were from us showing up and speaking up and listening, and them saying we have money for these needs that you have in your city and we'd like to partner. Today is CV Giving Day for everybody that supports nonprofits locally here. It's a huge day. The giving matching ends at midnight tonight. Got to attend Desert United with 150 residents and talk about all sorts of new businesses and ideas and partnerships, and supported Bright Beginnings at Children's Discovery Museum in the Desert, and support our lovely local only children's museum within 150 miles. They did mention that Cathedral City was the only city that doesn't have someone in their leadership or in their board and panel, and I would love to see Cathedral City get more involved since it's right down the street. Got to celebrate Patsy's birthday, which was phenomenal, and Patsy is donating all of her money to one of the animal charities, which will come back to us. So that is just absolutely phenomenal and kind, and we got news coverage for that. And got to support Tools for Tomorrow's after-school program, which was absolutely fantastic. So I've been really grateful to connect with so many people and hear from so many different residents here in our city. Looking forward to LGBT Days this weekend. I hope it's record-setting. I hope it's safe. I hope it just goes off without a hitch and makes everybody proud. And we've got Butterfly Fest coming up, so I can't wait to see everybody there. I hope all the commissioners can attend and support. And I was excited today to learn about the First Tee and the fact that that's mobile, and we could bring that to some of our parks in the desert, because golf is what we get asked for a lot. All righty. Wonderful, wonderful meeting, everybody, and looking forward to a productive one in April. If we don't have anything else, this meeting is adjourned.
Right. Is everybody